Okay, welcome back to Vilga. Who's that? Okay, so I'll go talk to Balara and Hardling. Okay, so let's do that. Oh.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Kun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right. Guess we'll be ready.
Looks on me.
Well, we need the support. Guess we're headed to Ravane.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Whoa. Swan Balara. Okay, he can do something for me. Let's see.
Need and knowledge.
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
Very.
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, a Fade expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him. Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
Okay, take a look. Quest. I feel like I don't want to do. Okay, I think I'll go do this first. Anybody needs to talk? Okay.
Rook, I was thinking of taking us on for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Okay. Okay, let's see if Eric has anything to say, then we head up.
Hey, Rook. Nice to have our own kitchen, don't you think?
Travel to track quests.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I thought you were undead for a second.
Most Morn Watchers are just as alive as you or I.
Most.
Most?
I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Pendergast. Okay.
never seen anything like this.
Oops.
Something weird up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Singled you out. It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
They're mindless.
What's that?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. Well struck, Rook! A solid hit!
You've got them!
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it.
Okay. Where do we go?
We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
I hope we can help here, Professor.
You already have, Bellara, and it's just Emmerich. Please.
Great, Professor.
I assume your visit has to do with recent upheavals we've sensed in the Fade?
Oh, just a little.
We've company. They're attacking from above!
Nicely done, Rook.
I'm ready again!
Okay, let's just check upstairs. Nothing, okay. I think I remember this one. Can't do it now, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I can't do it yet.
This magic, it drains everything around it.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
This is log 2. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
What the hell? What the f-
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlethan.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
Trouble coming.
Will struck! Taking fire! Clear! Ah, well done.
Okay. Now we loot this place. Oh. Okay.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Okay, so we won't be able to go up from here anyway.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I trained with the Wardens in the Anderfels.
Home to the fortress of Weishaupt. I've heard stories. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Okay, now I'm confused. There was a way to go there, wasn't it? Ah, there. How do I get up there? There's no way I can get up there. I think I need Lucanus, if I remember right. Can't access this.
Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Oh! That'd be helpful in Arlethan, but I bet it only works here, doesn't it?
Quite correct. The bell would be inert outside the necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down... So don't...
We found those Venatori.
No place in these halls.
The gods have power!
That one, quickly!
Stop dying!
A fine hit, Rook!
Again!
Ready to go.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new master.
I'll fill you in on them later.
Okay, nothing. Whoa! Shit!
Gotta keep quiet. Don't distract.
I will not allow defeat! Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learn to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Hello. Did Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Above.
Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
We are already... I can see the sky. That's the sky, right? And they said they'll bring him above. Okay, I got a skill to learn. Oh yeah, this too. Okay, this is better than that.
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us.
Yeah.
The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
What? That should be easy.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Guests!
Kill them all, but save the living.
Got it.
Fantastic rope!
Anything here? Everything's on cooldown.
Finish them now!
Oh, this thing was eating them, no wonder.
There! That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
Okay. I don't think I left anything else.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Okay, that's fine.
There's the Venatori.
The Emperor's here! You fail our gods!
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly wakening, but we must fight a little longer. Hold fast! They attack from a distance!
Ranged incoming.
They attack from afar!
I knew you could do it, Rogue.
Now what? Now, the Grand Necropolis shows itself!
It worked! Those despair demons are just gone.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Okay. Just gonna go through. Make sure there's no loot drops. Okay, up there. Not a big deal, but... Alright, let's take a look.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
I think we're ready. Let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Well, hi. And... thanks.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
You're good in a fight. We went through a lot of demons.
I've faced worse in the Necropolis.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Alright. Who should we talk to? Okay. Nev and I'm Rick.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
It's It's great. Big, mysterious, lots of art, everyone's got their own room.
It'd be easy to fall in love with such a place.
I think Bellara has.
She's been quite welcoming. However, I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We've seen weirder.
We'll be fighting weirder stuff than necromancy.
Ah, that's the hope. Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
I have no idea what this approves for. Okay, so I don't understand how Manfred is making noise. I don't see anything on his neck there. Okay, he got something. Let's talk to him.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Okay, more quests, outstanding. More things to do. So next person was Neff. I need to talk to Neff.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep. I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
Quiet's good. Quiet means Darkspawn haven't shown up. Well, they have, but they aren't currently trying to eat your liver. Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
I got onto the bastard.
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah, I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
When you're a warden, the Darkspawn song is part of you. It's in your head. Your dreams. Not all the time, but I was told full blights make it worse. I wasn't ready for how much.
No sweet dreams for heroes.
Not so much.
Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
You ever follow your own advice?
Never the good stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got one more point. Try go to here. Okay, yeah. Companions. No. Yeah, she leveled up. Okay. Let's just do this too. Anybody level up? I'm right. Holy shit, that's a lot better. Nice weaken. Sundered. I think this might synergize with my let's go for that. Okay, anybody else? Why are you still okay. Character. So we just need to transfer that over. We have another one. I think this might be good for my tank, defensive resistance. But this is when I'm active. Otherwise, plus 10% damage, plus 5%, plus 10 damage versus health. Versus barrier. And what does this do? Yeah, let's go for that. Extra potion is always nice. Now we need to transfer
abundance.
Apply shock on ability critical. I don't think I can upgrade anymore. Oh, I can. 277. Okay. Let's have a quick evaluation. Okay, time conversation with Harding.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter. Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
Spy master, I thought it was still Leliana. I remember, yeah, of course. Yeah, in my Inquisition playthrough, Cassandra became divine. I think Leliana remained the spy master. But obviously, they don't give a shit about our choices in the previous game. So everything just changed. It could serve the narrative, but you know, even if Leliana stepped down and Charter became spy master, that I don't know. I don't think anything was mentioned about Leliana. As if she never existed.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thetis from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Does your spy master expect something from us? I don't work for the Inquisition.
I know that, and Charter knows that. But there are still people in the organization invested in knowing how things are going. With Solus, especially.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
I've heard stories about the rifts and the Grey Wardens being misled by Corypheus.
Nothing like demon-spitting sky holes to bring people together, huh? I made friends. Rector, Faulkner, others.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
These names are very familiar. I can't remember. Charter was the most notable one. Lace is Lace Harding, of course.
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The Spirit Boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Okay, that's just a creepy thing to say.
Cole was like that. Weird, wonderful, and occasionally a little bit creepy.
Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Ah, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
And the Inquisitor's advisors, what about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
Okay.
So, did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
I do.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get. At all.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will. Maybe. If you help him. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Okay, I'll stop here for now. That was a very nice conversation about the Inquisition. I do miss the Inquisition, the game, the experience I went through. And she was mentioning about Cole. I remember in the Trespasser DLC, because of the choices I made for Cole, he became more human, and he actually hooked up with the bard. The bard that sang in our tavern. I wonder what happened to them. We'll keep an eye out for the codexes if anything is said, but I'm pretty sure there is none. Yeah. Oh well, okay, I think that's it. We'll cut here, and we'll continue again in the next video. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.